This video is about the new RT Alerts program, which is a stock market pattern recognition intraday alert service. I'll get right to it by bringing up the program. Here you can see a screenshot of the program. The name of the website is rampt.com. The name of the program that I'm running is RT-Alerts, real-time alerts, and it is a desktop application. You can see on the left hand side I'm showing in this case some stock symbols, the pattern that they have recently formed. This is minutes per bar or time per bar, and I have here Eastern Standard Time, and the market is open. This last alert came in just about 2 minutes ago, and you can see it's top down. As you go down the list, the alerts of course were farther back. I'm going to go into settings. This is the settings window. This is where you can select your pattern. You can select the time frames you'd like to see. You can select the groups of symbols you'd like, or you can even over here type in your own symbols. And I'll start through that a little slower. There are currently 14 patterns in the system over here in the select chart pattern, and we are adding more all the time. I have selected hit resistance, on support, breakouts, and breakdowns. Over here in the selected time frame, I see I've left out the 1 minute and 5 minute. I'll turn those on, so we're looking at all time frames, all the way from 1 minute to 1 week. And I will look at US stocks, US indexes, the E-minis, and also includes Forex. Remember, this is all real time. I won't check custom list. I'll be putting a custom list in just a minute. I have a checkbox here for play audio alert. You can check that if you want an audio alert to sound when the screen pops up or a chart is found. Pop-up screen for alerts. You can minimize the screen when you run the program so it sits down in your tray, and if you check that, it will automatically pop up when an alert comes in. And of course, this is a subscription service, so I have my username and password entered here. Down in the gray box, this is where you can send yourself emails or text messages. I have it turned on, send text message. I've entered my email address, my send from email address. In this case, I have a BlackBerry through Verizon, but you can use any cell phone. And I put in simply the email address I would use to send myself a text message. That will be different for each of you. You can get that from your telephone company. There's a test subject here and a test message. That's only for testing these windows, so that when you set up the system. Outgoing mail server, you can see here I just put in the stats for my mail server. If you need help setting this up, right here are mail setup instructions. Just click on that and it'll walk you through the setup. Here's where you can send a test message to yourself. And I have this set up to look at trend lines right now, so I'm going to just click on Save Changes. I will click on Start Alerts. It will pick up my new settings, and there we go. These are the last ones in. Here we have M is on support on a 10-minute bar, and you can see it's following the horizontal bar. We just had a new one come in, and this was CNX. That is a 30-minute chart, and it's just touching the trend line now. I'll go back to settings, and I will turn on cup and handles and head and shoulders just to show you how this works. There, I've shut off everything but cup and handles and head and shoulders, and I'll leave all of the symbols on. Save changes, and if I'm interested in cup and handles, head and shoulders, I will see everything that's come up. And here's a large head and shoulders on a 30-minute chart for RRC, and I will scroll down through these so that you can see the formations. There's a cup and handle, here's a cup and handle, and head and shoulders. Let's select this time, how about we'll do head and shoulders and cup and handles, and I will also leave on the trend lines. That's breakouts, support and resistance, and we'll look at, in this case, just the Forex. I just want you to see this with some Forex charts. I'll click Start Alerts. And here we have a reverse head and shoulders. Here's a US dollar Swiss franc touching resistance. That happened just about an hour ago, I see. These actually will show up within about 1 minute of them occurring. So what we're looking at is some history here. There's that US dollar Swiss franc testing resistance again. There's a topping pattern, head and shoulders. And remember, I just asked it to show trend lines in head and shoulders. That's what we're seeing. One last thing, I will go back to settings and I will click on trend lines, and I would like to just show you some of the trend line features. I'll click US stocks, and we're just looking for stocks now, and I'll turn off some of the smaller time frames. Now save changes, and let's see what we can find on support and resistance lines. And here we have the I'll scroll down through these so that you can see some of these support and resistance levels that the system has found. ABCT looks like a good short right there. I'm not here to talk about these patterns in particular, it's just to show you the capability of the program. One last thing I'd like to do is show you how to put your own list of stocks in. Now I'm going to use I'll use PCX and CNX just because I know they're there and I'll get some results. So I'll go to settings, and I will click on this radio button, which means that I'm going to put the symbols in and select my own symbols. Okay, and I'll type in PCX and CNX because I know they're good symbols in that alerts have recently come out and I actually want to see some results for the sake of the video. If I want to add more symbols, I can click on available symbols and a web page will pop up that will show me the symbols that are available to the system. These are symbols that are actively being scanned 24 hours a day actually. US stock symbols are here. There are over 600 in the system now. We're adding more all the time. The Forex symbols in the middle, and then over on the right we have a few futures and of course the E-minis. Again, I'd like to add more symbols there. If there are some that are missing that you would like to trade, please email me with your list. I'll close that and we will go ahead and run this scan. So I'll click Save Changes, Start Alerts, and you can see that I only asked for two symbols, PCX and CNX, and you can see the alerts that have come in on those symbols today. You can of course type all your own symbols in. It gives you tremendous flexibility. With that, I'm going to wrap up this video and encourage you to take the free trial. There is a 2-week free trial, and you can sign up at www.rampt.com.